There are defining moments in sports when an athlete is pushed, when silenced or belittled, when outsiders doubt her toughness, not her skill, and she has a choice: stay silent or make history. On this particular night, Sabrina Ionescu did both, and then she staked her claim. Setting the scene, the pregame low blow. The flashpoint emerged long before the jump ball. A veteran guard from the Chicago Sky was being interviewed during warm-ups. The camera caught her as she walked past Ionescu, smirking and tossing off a casual comment that would echo. "She's nice, but not that hard to guard." That tone was barely audible on live footage, but it was enough. Sabrina heard it. The whisper turned into fuel. Once the broadcast replayed the soundbite, social media lit up. Analyst timelines filled with "Did she just say that?" headlines. Some fans tried to dismiss it as harmless trash talking. But for Sabrina, it was personal. Quiet before the storm. A surreal first quarter. Tip-off approached. The arena hummed with energy. The Liberty, riding tight chemistry and growing confidence, were ready. Sabrina stood in the huddle. Focused, poised, quiet. You could see it in her eyes. She was listening. She was watching. The storm was brewing. On the court, the first quarter was businesslike. Ionescu logged 4 points, 2 assists, nothing flashy. But each pass was precise. Every dribble measured. She had yet to snap. Yet the court felt poised for breakdown. Opponents began to tighten. The trash-talking defender leaned in, trying to bait her during drives. Viewers noticed Sabrina's jaw locking for a moment when the snide grin appeared again. But the real statement hadn't started yet. The second quarter, revenge takes flight. Then the second quarter happened, and it ripped through the narrative, a barrage of buckets. 1, 2 quick threes. Both pulled from deep, both over the head of the same player who had commented. One was a catch and shoot from the corner. The other was a rhythm pull-up from just inside the logo line. Neither had room for hesitation. 2, a behind-the-back dime. Ionescu drove baseline, stuck an opponent in the air, then dished a wraparound feed for the easy bucket. The ball zipped in the lane, impeccable timing. 3, a cold mid-range step back. Over the trash-talking defender again. No argument, no second chance. Splash. By halftime, Sabrina had racked up 18 points and 6 assists. Headlines flashed. Sabrina's awakening. Fire in her veins. But she kept walking like nothing had changed. Head high, shoulders relaxed. Halftime. In the huddle, everything changed. During the break, Liberty coach Sandy Brondello described the locker room atmosphere to the media. "There was a fire there I've never seen from Sabrina, not even in playoffs. She didn't say much, just locked in. That look in her eyes. She's about to do real damage." Teammates hovered near her table, listening to both her debrief and the incoming analysis of the opponent's breakdown. The message was clear. She wasn't willing to let disrespect stand unchallenged. Third quarter, silence and stare-downs. The third quarter felt like an ongoing cinema sequence. A deep logo range triple. No celebration. She turned her back on the basket and jogged back like it was a scrimmage. 4 straight fast break assists. No highlight packages, just empty nets. Every defensive position held. Every rebound won with intensity. Each time Ionescu touched the ball, the narrative rattled itself apart around her. Her defender, now on 4 fouls, couldn't hold ground. The bench went quiet. As the third quarter buzzer sounded, Sabrina stood at midcourt, breathing evenly. She'd poured in 26 points, 8 assists, and steered her team to a comfortable lead. The whispers had turned into reverent hushes. The shot heard. Round the W, fourth quarter perfection. Early in the fourth, the crowd counted down the seconds left for what they knew was coming. With 4:12 left in regulation, Liberty had the ball. Sabrina got it just inside the logo. She hesitated, sizing up the much taller defender from Chicago. A half-second pause. Then she stepped back, rose, and launched it. Swish. The ball never touched the rim. She pivoted toward the Chicago bench. No celebration, no pointing. She cocked her head, stared, and the silence echoed like thunder. Broadcasters froze. The crowd gasped. In the crowd, even vendors stood still. Even the concession lines paused. The WNBA had witnessed its moment. The kill shot. Final score, Mercy and Message, Liberty, 102, Sky 85. It wasn't close. It wasn't supposed to be. Sabrina finished with 30 points, 9 assists, 5 threes, plus 28 on the court. Her shot breakdown told the full story. 6/9 mid-range, 5/7 from deep, multiple post-up buckets, transition layups, and surgical passing. Stat lines don't tell attitude, though. Her aura did. Post-game, truth with no apology. In the locker room, cameras swarmed. She walked past trainers, slowly removed a sleeve, and leaned back in her chair. She spoke, not with heat, with calm precision. When asked about the pre-game disrespect, what was her reply? "I didn't show up to prove a point. I woke up to remind people I've always been her." She smiled, a glimmer behind steady eyes. "I was tagged as soft? Okay, let's see who the real competitor is." There was no finger pointing, no grudges, just fierce confidence. Her teammates chimed in. Brianna Stewart, wearing a grin dripping with pride, posted, "That's my captain! That's our standard. No talk, all strength." Others, like Sabrina's longtime mentor, Sue Bird, reposted the highlight, simply captioning, "Respect." Social media, burn notice. Activated. Within minutes of the final whistle, the clip of Sabrina's logo triple, with the dead-eye stare down, was all over Graham X TikTok. She served ice with that shot. That's a bucket and body drop. Thinking she's soft? She pulled up over everyone. Tags like "soft" in quotes and Sabrina's season dominated trending. The highlight reached 6 million views overnight. Analysts pushed it as the headline moment of the season. This wasn't just viral, it was cultural. The defiant silence of the other side. Perhaps the most telling image from that night wasn't Sabrina's post-shot stare. It was her rival, sitting on the Sky bench for the rest of the game. Face blank, shoulders slumped, silence absolute. She had commented on Ionescu's softness, and she watched the performance in real time. She didn't return after accumulating fouls in the third. She declined media interviews. She posted nothing online. In context, it looked less like a professional choice and more like pride in pieces. What this means for Ionescu and the league: Sabrina Ionescu has been a 3-level threat, a floor general, a leader. Now she's a statement. This game will be replayed. Not just on highlight reels, but in character montages. This is Sabrina's league until she says otherwise, one viral tweet read. Veteran voices in the media began to shift. That, said one analyst, is how champions are made: quiet thirst, epic execution. A former WNBA coach on live TV, edge. That showed edge. She feasted when others were content. Collective whisper, she's the new elite. Intellect, power, execution. Fans' final word. Twitter, Sabrina got disrespected, then taught them a lesson they'll never forget. TikTok, from offhanded comment to 30-point dunking. Instagram stories featured story after story, processing the moment with pure awe. The game paused. She ended her career with that pull-up. Legacy update, a quiet revolution. Sabrina Ionescu didn't just fight back. She redefined the narrative on her terms. She didn't score 30 points against weak defense. She scored them in direct response to dismissiveness. She didn't cook because she had to. She cooked because she was dared to. For young girls watching, for teammates inspired, for competitors reevaluating, the message was clear. Trash talk can drive performance, but it can also torch reputations. You can underestimate her once, but after tonight, not ever again. Final thought. In the story of Sabrina Ionescu, tonight is no footnote. It's a stamp, a hallmark, a moment of validation woven into her legacy. They said she was soft. They tried to shape her narrative. She turned that noise into art. She doesn't just thread passes or stroke threes. She reclaims respect, one panic-inducing shot at a time. She doesn't need validation. She makes it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. We'd love to hear from you.